The Padres are the cool kids in town right now. They're buying great players, trading for great players, throwing money around like Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street. The fans are as hyped up as ever. The vibes are just high in San Diego right now. The team's owner, Peter Seidler, is like a savior for the city and is proving that you can turn a smaller market franchise like the Padres into a powerhouse with a ton of fan support. And it's awesome to see. This past offseason, the Padres offered Aaron Judge $400 million, Trey Turner $342 million, both guys who declined and chose to take less elsewhere. Well, Judge is making more annually with the Yankees, but less overall because his Yankees deal is for 9 years rather than the insane 14 years it would have been with San Diego. Trey Turner just preferred the East Coast, so there was that. The Padres still ended up getting their guy, though, signing shortstop Xander Bogaerts to a lucrative contract worth $280 million for 11 years that will take Xander to his age 41 season. It was pretty clearly an overpay to make sure they got him, but it worked. The Padres are currently number 3 in payroll in all of baseball. They are all in, and they want to win multiple championships, something Seidler has of course made very clear. He's one of the good ones. He's one of the owners who, I know it's crazy, likes to actually see his team succeed and win, rather than be in it for his own personal gain. Despite all the big contracts they currently have, there is one really big name that is an impending free agent on this roster, and that's Manny Machado. It's been rumored lately that the Padres are expected to start negotiating an extension before opening day, so there's that. Juan Soto becomes a free agent after 2024, so they have some time with him, but that's still something they're going to want to work on as well. Well, the Padres decided to give one of their players a big extension, except it wasn't Manny or Soto, but rather Yu Darvish. Over 60% of my watch time is from non-subscribers, so make sure to hit that button along with the bell for notifications. Now, Yu Darvish is of course a really good pitcher. He has a career ERA under 2 overseas in Japan and a career ERA at 3.5 in the big leagues. He's a 5-time All-Star, throws hard, is nasty. I mean, he's a really good pitcher for any team to have. But at the same time, was this a smart move? I don't know, honestly. I'm trying to figure out if it was a mistake or something that's smart to do. Okay, let's get into the details of the contract before anything else. It's for 6 years and $108 million, so an $18 million annual salary. I don't think the money is really an issue here. I mean, obviously, the team can afford it, and there are bigger contracts the Padres have to pay. In fact, the annual money is lower than Darvish's previous contract where he's making $21 million per year. I'd say it's more so the years that shocked not just me, but a lot of other people. Yu Darvish isn't a spring chicken, at least not anymore. He's 36 years old, and the new contract will run into his 40s and end when he's 42. Two things here, right off the bat that I thought of. If Darvish starts to lose velocity as he continues to get into his late 30s, I could still see him pitch well. He doesn't necessarily need a crazy fastball with his nasty off-speed pitches. But then again, if Justin Verlander has taught us anything, maybe Darvish's velocity will stick around. Not everyone is Justin Verlander, but I could see Darvish age pretty well too. But also, what if he doesn't age well? That's my biggest concern with this one. If Darvish was 5 years younger, I would call this an awesome deal for the Padres. So awesome that it's unrealistic he would have actually taken this deal 5 years ago, and I mean, he didn't, because the previous contract he signed, the 6-year one with the Cubs, was for $21 million a year, like I said. So what this is the Padres working out a deal to keep Darvish in their uniform for the long term and for the rest of his career while also paying him $3 million less per year. That part is smart. Again, it's not really the money that is worrisome, but more so the year number. 6 years is a lot. Darvish is already 36 years old. Who knows how this contract will end up? I hope it ends up well, but when regression and injuries exist, you just never know. I'll say this though. The Padres have made it very clear that this is how they're going to operate. They're going to spend money, they're going to spend it on good players from outside the organization like Manny Machado or Xander Bogaerts, and they're also going to want to keep these guys on their team for their whole careers. I don't think for a second that this Yu Darvish deal will negatively impact any potential Machado or Soto extension, and Darvish doesn't either, saying in a recent interview with Padres radio network guy Sammy Levitt after signing the deal, quote, "I know that everyone wants for Manny to stay here. When you look at my contract, the average is a little bit on the lower end, so maybe that can go towards Manny," end quote. Let me know what you think about this contract. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.